Hey guys, welcome to an all-new segment here on the channel. My name is Brian, I am the horror show host, and this segment is called In the Scoop Loop, which will make more sense by the end of this video. But let's get into the news that I have gathered up so far this week, and I'm going to be releasing these every Friday. I'll try to release them every Friday if I can. And, so yeah, let's get started. The first news I have here is actually really disheartening news, for my opinions at least. The Jurassic World 3, the third installment, well, technically sixth installment in the Jurassic Park/Jurassic World franchise, is the casting news of Justice Smith and Danielle Pineda. They were one of the worst, I repeat, one of the worst parts of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I absolutely hated with a passion these two characters. One was a screechy, annoying, nerdy black guy, and the other one was a hipster, feminist douchebag, and I couldn't stand either one of them. Sorry if those words offend you, and if you do not agree with me, that's fine, but you cannot ignore the fact that they were pandering to a certain crowd with these characters, and it's like, this is Jurassic Park, not a PC rally, or not a feminist rally, or whatever you want to call it. It's just so infuriating that they brought them back. But on the plus side of things, we also get Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. And on the side of things, we get Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard returning. As well as a couple other newcomers, such as Mamoudou Athie and DeWanda Wise. Colin Trevorrow is returning to direct this installment. He directed the first Jurassic World, which is a guilty pleasure. It's dumb, but it's fun. The second one was just miserable for me. But I'm not going to let that destroy the movie. The movie is a little below decent, but it's still watchable. I mean, it's popcorn entertainment at best. The next news I have is actually really cool news. Sorry for starting this on such a downer note, but Tremors 7 has a whole slew of cast members, including Napoleon Dynamite himself, Jon Heder. We also get Caroline Langrish, Jackie Cruz, Cassie Clare, Sahak Bontantikit, Matthew Douglas, Randy Kelsey, Bear Williams, it's a nice name, David Asavanon, Bona Lafon, Akarot Rojanawat, Owen McCree, Iris Park, Mickey Black, and one of my other favorite casting choices is Richard Brake, who was in Halloween 2, the remake, 3 from Hell, the Doom movie, the first one. He's a really great actor, but he limits himself to B movies, then he goes to big theatrical movies, so it's like he can never make up his mind, or he just doesn't care what he plays in as long as he's playing a part that he likes. So hopefully that brings good news to the story and character development of Tremors 7, Island Fury. The next news I have is that Katrina Bowden is in a new shark movie. Now, I just did a news story on a shark movie coming out called Jet Ski, which sounded pretty interesting. This one, it sounds interesting enough. I mean, funny story, I literally had the same idea for writing a shark story about a plane that crashes near a reef. And then I just scrapped it, because I'm like, that's not going to ever work. It's just too derivative. And then the news comes out. Great White, starring Katrina Bowden from Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, will be in this movie, inspired by true events, where a plane crashes in the middle of somewhere. I forget which, I'm trying to find out where it is. But regardless, they land in a reef, and there's 2 great white sharks hunting them while they try to make their way to the beach. Son of a... That's really annoying. I mean, I didn't add a beach part in my story. I didn't even start the story, so there's no plagiarism, no hard feelings at all for this. But it's just a big coincidence that I find rather funny. I am thrilled to see more shark movies coming out. This will be coming out as late as 2021, apparently. So I'm looking forward to that, as well as Jet Ski and a couple other shark movies that are coming out, like The Meg to The Trench, and one movie I've been following, and there's been no updates, but I've still been following regardless. It's called Beach Day Massacre, which is a shark movie that's from the writers and producers of Megalodon, that Asylum film, which is disheartening news, somewhat. It depends on if they were just given a bad script or bad special effects or bad everything, but I'm excited because the story sounds really cool. In other news, the Invisible Man trailer just got released, and I still haven't watched it. I am kind of nervous because it's a Universal property. I don't want to get copyright on my channel. I know it's not a big deal, but it can affect monetization and stuff. So I'm probably just gonna leave it as news. The Invisible Man trailer came out, and I heard it was more like action with an R rating, and I'm like, sounds pretty cool. I'm still gonna check it out. Probably, I don't know when. I don't know if I'll be seeing it in theaters or if I'll even watch the trailer. But, yeah. That's it for movie news. Now here's reviews planned for next week that I have scheduled. I have 4 reviews scheduled for next week. Now, I recently did the review for the Terminator from 1984, as well as a From Real to Wheel episode on Terminator Dark Fate. So it's about time I review Terminator 2. So I plan to have that review out by next week. Another one is that's been on high demand is House of a Thousand Corpses, which I am excited to release that review because I did a How Did I Make the Thumbnail video on it, and that thumbnail came out okay, I guess. Then I have one from a person that has been asking me for about a year or two. He sent me the CD for a band, and I love the CD. I'll get that out of the way first and foremost. It's a band called Animated Dead, and their album Tomb of Carnage, which I actually have written and recorded the review, so I'll have that out early next week. And I also have Mad Max Fury Road as a review coming out. I know Surviving Summer is over, because summer's over, but there's at least 2 movies I have to review before the year end. That is Mad Max 4, because I started with Mad Max 1, I only got up to 3, so now I go to number 4, and as well as another movie that is perfect for this year, because, well, it's the right timing. That's all I can really say. So, that does it for this episode, and you are now officially in the Scoop Loop. See what I did there? Thank you all for watching, and to make sure to subscribe.